Good evening and welcome to the Cardinal Way for Men. My name is Ed Cardinal. And tonight I wanted to discuss the benefits of spending time in nature. I feel there's many people who have disconnected from spending time in nature, disconnected from the beauty of nature just because of their work schedules or how busy their lives have gotten, or if you live in the city, you really have to make a concerted effort to spend more time in nature. For me, I am very grateful that growing up, I lived in areas where I was surrounded by open fields, acres of woods, forests, and spent hours just meandering through the fields, in the woods, without a care in the world. And we had this little stream that ran through our yard, and I would turn over the stones and look for crawfish and see little bugs that would float on the water and dart away as I began to get closer. I still vividly remember the feeling I experienced as a child, walking through the woods alone and looking up at the trees, and the smell of the earth, the smell of the water. I'd follow that same stream that went through our yard, and I'd follow it into the woods till it came to a farmer's field and a fence, so I'd stop there. I still vividly remember those walks, and I'm so grateful for those opportunities. I think it gives me the reverence and the gratitude I have now for nature, and it humbles me. It creates this humility when I'm in nature, because I feel so small compared to the enormity of, and the beauty and the grandeur of nature. And luckily for me, I've created an opportunity in my life as an adult 3 years ago to be able to spend more time in the forests, in the woods, and combined my love and passion for running with my love and passion for being in nature. So some of those same feelings as I had growing up come back to me as I'm running. Where I live now, there's thousands of acres of forests, trees, and hundreds of miles of trails to be able to hike and run for me. So I'm so grateful for that. I mean, we have just recently moved here in July, experienced a beautiful fall, and I'm so looking forward to spring. There's a lot of wildflowers, rhododendrons. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the forest come alive again. But even now, there's a lot of evergreens, seeing the beautiful the rivers and waterfalls. So just so grateful. And this past weekend, or just the last couple of days, spent some time with some friends from Rhode Island, and Dave. Actually, the first time I met him, his wife Denise. He is a sailor, and has walked sections of the Appalachian Trail 200 miles at a time. He's covered 600 miles so far. And I got to hear from him his connection to being in the woods and being out on the water sailing. He was through high school in his early 20s, was a canoe guide up in Canada. So his love for nature, his love for being on the sea came through in his discussions with me. There's also for me that connection to my spirituality, feeling the sense that everything in nature is connected, and that I'm connected to everything in nature. I've had also the pleasure of traveling to Southeast Asia and a culture where they still very much live off the land, very much are connected to the seasons and connected to the rhythm of, of nature, which I feel we have really um, gotten disconnected from, as I said, because of how much we work. Um, so it's important to make time for those moments. Some of the benefits of spending time in nature decreases heart rate and blood pressure. It also promotes happiness by releasing endorphins and also dopamine. So that's the feel-good hormones and chemicals in the body. Also increases concentration and attention. And lastly, it reduces anxiety and symptoms of anxiety and depression. There's many more. I'm just listing four. I also wanted to talk about a practice which also needs to be done in nature, and it's called earthing. As I discussed that disconnection that I feel our culture has from nature, another reason for that is we wear shoes. So we don't have that capacity to absorb some of that energy from the earth. We're disconnected from the earth. So it's important as much as you can to walk barefoot. It's called earthing. And research suggests that it decreases pain, stress, inflammation, and improves mental health. Just like spending time in nature, earthing is spending time in nature, but it's doing so barefoot, so you're feeling that connection to the earth. There's other ways you can do it. You can lay on the ground. You can swim. I love swimming when I lived in Rhode Island, swimming in the ocean. Always felt invigorated. Swimming in freshwater lakes, ponds, streams, rivers. Also gardening, getting your hands in the dirt will do the same thing. You're picking up on that the electrical charge of the earth. Very, very important. And it's interesting, when I started doing a lot of trail running up in Rhode Island, I was running in Arcadia State Park, and I ran into a gentleman. He's in his 70s. He was hiking with his wife, and he was a long-time ultra trail runner. And he told me, and I looked it up, but I couldn't find the name of it. But he said that when you hike, walk, and run in the woods, that when your foot hits the ground, it releases gases that are actually really beneficial to your immune system and also to your lungs. You're inhaling those gases, and I'm not sure what those gases are, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, please drop a comment below. So try to find times to spend time in nature. Take a walk in the woods with your dog, with your children, with your loved ones, or just by yourself, spending some really good quality time with yourself, just observing the beauty of nature and connecting with the nature and connecting with yourself. Hope this was helpful. If it was, please like or comment below. And until you see me again, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.